Hello and welcome, this is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more of the Beast and Exploration DLC for Battle Brothers. At the end of the last video, I thought that we do have at least one level up to take care of, so let's do that now. So where are you at the moment? You only had one level up and we took fast adaptation. And comparatively speaking, the route I ended up going with my archer was to get bags and belts, which honestly is still probably a good call. As we can see, his inventory is entirely full. So that's probably what we'll do. Let's go ahead and see what we get here as far as our stats. So of course we're going to take the range skill, because that is definitely one that we'd want to take. We also rolled well for range defense, so I'll take that as well. Probably some resolve here would be nice. This guy's at 29, which is really poor. Otherwise, his stats are alright. We could probably do with a little bit of hit points as well, but I think the resolve is probably the more important thing here. You don't want your whole company to just end up routing because of a little bit of bad luck, so we'll go with that. And then, yeah, I think we go ahead and do the bags and belts. As much as some of these other things will benefit us, I think the bags and belts is something we're going to want to take to eventually, so there we go. And then, as far as that goes, we could grab another... We could switch to the bow, because at this point we're starting to get pretty proficient with ranged attacks. Not nearly as good as Frederick, but it would give us some mobility that I feel like we've been lacking. The crossbow gives us a little bit more effectiveness against armor, at least at piercing it, which could be good. It just, the rate of fire is much higher on a bow, and as a result, we'd benefit from fast adaptation more. So that would be one reason I'd want to go with the bow. For now, though, I think I'm going to just stick with the crossbow. We'll see how that goes. Let's do a little bit of sorting of our goods. So we do have a signet ring, as well as I think I picked up a new helmet. So this is 115 at -6 fatigue. Versus 105 with -5 fatigue. So let's go through our men, see if anybody would be a good candidate for that particular helmet. As a matter of fact... So we could get better head protection for this guy. The problem is it goes from -2 to our next best thing would be minus... Oh, that's not true. We have mail. Still, that would be a little bit low on... things, and also we want you to switch this around. There we go. It's always good to remember to do that so you don't have to do that in combat. Okay, so we do have better head protection available to one of our guys somewhere. Question is just who. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So that's sorted out. Yeah, let's keep looking for somebody that may want that helmet. Well, this guy has really good fatigue. I don't kind of want to give it to him, though, because he's not one of our main guys. These guys here are. I also don't know where they're going to be on fatigue yet because of their injuries. Well, actually, this guy we would know. It's more this guy. We don't know where his fatigue is at the moment. Alright, well, let's continue to look around. This guy has a lot of room for fatigue as well, but again, he's not one of our frontline combatants. We should probably get rid of the bronze helmet. I think I already talked about that. The ancient household helm. I think I'll go ahead with that one. You're at 75, you're at 76. Yeah, I think that's everybody at this stage. Alright, so let's go ahead and go into town, and we'll see if we can sell some things. We'll see what the prices are like before I commit to it, of course, but... The big thing is going to be this. It is selling for more than it's worth, so we will sell it. Unfortunately, these are selling for more than they're worth as well, because they were rated recently. Okay. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get these out of our inventory. I think I'm also going to sell this mallet as well, because I don't think I need to keep that around. And the club, we don't need. Cleaver, yeah, get rid of that. Okay, got a little bit of cash. Well, that's going to be that. I don't want to really buy too much here because the prices are probably not going to be good with the raid having taken place. So, all right, let's... Oh, and that mission is also gone as well. Well, let's get on our way. So we want to get to all these different locations. That's our current quest. So I'm going to go down this way. So we'll just follow the road. And get moving. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any level ups. Yeah, we're okay. So once we get to midday, we'll want to check on the injuries. We're not quite to that. It's going to be exactly at like noon, more or less, when that happens. You're going to have to hear it because you also pay your men at that stage. Yeah, so that was it. So, yeah, okay, this guy's better. I kind of expected that. Where is he on fatigue? He's at 79. Okay. Well, I don't think we really can improve him protection-wise. But I am going to just replace him there. And then to give this guy back the weapon that he had, I'm going to go ahead and equip that. And as far as protection and things go, we'll go ahead and just give him a basic helmet. Like so. Matter of fact, I'm kind of being conservative with my equipment here, with my backliners. This guy, I see why I'm doing that, because I don't really have the fatigue to spare. This guy, we have some fatigue to spare, and we could upgrade to a helmet or some other bit of a protection, like the mail here. Which means that we can then upgrade you and also correspondingly upgrade that, because this is the same amount of fatigue, but this has better protection, so it's a better thing to do. All right, and we have 3 of these. We probably don't really need 3 of them, especially at this stage. We've upgraded our men beyond that, so something we'll eventually do. Alright, uneventful trek here. I kind of do want to go up to the north, because I feel like we've been missing out a lot on the beast encounters, because they probably tend towards forests and things, and there really isn't a lot of open country down here in the south. Okay, we do have a 2 skull mission. Warehouse burned down and disappearing villagers. Okay, that's interesting. We have a temple, a tavern, and a marketplace. Let's take a look at the marketplace, but I suspect prices will be bad here because of the events of what has happened lately. But we can take a look at that job, and I don't think there's a reason why not to. So, let's see. A man strums a stringed instrument as you walk by. He slashes an ear-piercing chord, and you turn to find him laughing. Heh! I thought that might fetch your attention. Emmerich, the counselor, said we should keep a lookout for a man of your vocation. If you're looking for work, he's the man to go to. You ask if this figurehead pays well. The man nods. Yep, he gave me this here loot as payment once. Now I'm just waiting for the old devils to come down and challenge me to a tune. Emmerich, the counselor, said, if you best won in a game of songs, then they'll give you a golden loot. Now, that's what I call good payment. Wouldn't you agree? The man turns back to the instrument, drawing a mewling tune out from the strings. In the distance, dogs begin to howl. I'm all ears. Emmerich, the counselor, restlessly walks back and forth while explaining what troubles him. There's been an audacious act of thievery. The despicable brigands stole my ceremonial staff, which is of immeasurable value to me. I implore you to hunt down these thieves and return that item to me. He lowers his voice to an insisting tone. Not only will you get paid handsomely, but you would also set the worried minds of the people of Erzberg to rest. What's it worth to you? Puts his hand on your shoulder, smiling reaffirmingly. I think I know an adequate compensation for your services. It's 150 crowns in advance, and another 610 when the job is done. We need to be paid more for this. Fine, how about this? You'll be paid 160 crowns in advance and another 640 when the job is done. That's a little bit better. Alright, we accept. So, we need to follow tracks. It's kind of late at night, so I'm a little concerned about that, but we will still accept the contract. Alright. Here we go. Tracks are going off to the north, kind of the opposite direction of where we want to go. Oh, there they are already. It's dusk. Alright, well... mostly thugs, but a few poachers. That could be a problem. We'll try and hit them before night falls. Aha. Ah, the thieves are quite human. A simple crew of vagabonds and brigands. They arm themselves as you order your men to attack. To arms. So we already kind of know what's going to be here. The poachers are going to be the main problem. Thugs tend not to be disciplined, so I do expect them to charge me. Train could be better for me if I shifted up a little bit. Perhaps. Because we really don't want them to get this hill anyway. Alright, let's see how far away they are. 2, 4, 6, 8. So they'd stop right here, right in this line if they max moved at me. Thugs don't tend to have ranged weapons outside of the poachers, but those aren't thugs, so let's... we don't really want them to hit us with arrows, so I'm going to go ahead and put up a shield wall here. No, I don't want to do that. I'm going to hold. I'm going to hold with most of our men. Let's see what the archers do. They might be out of range. No, well, that answers that question. And they want to hit that guy with arrows, apparently. We could shift up 2, but I'm afraid that would cost me too many action points. Yeah, it would. So what it's going to have to come down to is Oswald is just going to shift 1. And then we'll move slightly, because I don't want them to get this high ground if I can avoid it. And it's going to be a lot easier to stop them from doing that if I move up slightly. So we're going to wait. They're just going to stay put. Alright, well then that actually changes my plan, because if they stay put... It's not too surprising, because they do have a decent amount of range combat units, but thugs in the past didn't tend to be very disciplined, and they tended to charge ahead, so... I'm somewhat surprised to see this attitude. Okay, well, now we know what we're going to be doing, and that's going to be moving forward. So, we're going to move slightly forward. I don't think I'm going to be in range, but just checking it. I guess we could put the shield wall up because we know that they're going to be firing arrows at us, so let's do so. We should still be better off as far as this engagement goes. So we are going to have to leave the high ground, but, you know, it is what it is. And put our shield wall up, make sure we're not getting hit with arrows. We've already kind of established this is the guy that they want to hit with the arrows, so putting up the shield makes a lot of sense. And they have a spear wall. Yeah, I'll go ahead and move here, but this guy's not going to shield wall. He's just going to end his turn. So we're going to try and pick guys off. Because we can pick them off, then they will lose morale. And I don't expect them to have necessarily the best morale. And we can kind of dictate the tempo here of the fight. So we're going to go after people that are not particularly well protected by shields. So either of these guys would be fine. There's also a possibility if it misses, it'll hit one of the guys around him. So right in the middle. Alright, and there we go. There's affecting morale already. So we want to go here. And fire our crossbow. And just taking a look at who would be easier to hit. Probably this guy. Okay, nice hit. And we're done with that guy's turn. Move up. Get our shield wall going. Yeah, so if they want to sit back, we'll just pepper them with arrows and we'll kill half of them. I think with that kind of engagement, we are very much advantaged. Okay, one more guy to move, and then we're pretty much done. A lot of them held their actions. They're putting up shield walls and what have you. That doesn't really matter, though, because not very many of them have shields. And we will fairly soon expose their archers. As a matter of fact, we will probably start shooting at them now. Let's go ahead and hold here. Fortunately, they did get one arrow in, but most of those will miss. Ah, okay, they're already getting aggressive. That's why we held, though. Alright, so we could fire at this guy. Oh, okay, they are still being blocked. Well, this guy's going to be still the best target for us, so let's fire at him. No point in moving our line because they've already aggressively come in. Kind of surprised he stopped short. For reload. And this guy's going to be our best target. Unless, again, we want to try and poke at the archers. I actually am going to do that. Alright, let's try and murder that guy. He's already dead. Okay, I'm going to hold because we may have an opportunity to step forward. Okay, they're trying to flank me, but we'll be able to deal with that. We'll hold. Some of their men haven't gone yet. Okay, we can start throwing javelins at this guy. One hit. One miss. We'll hold because I want to see what the enemy does first. This one we don't have to hold because we can just poke this guy. He's almost dead. Again, I'm going to hold. We wanted to see if they would move up like that. Yeah, these guys haven't gone yet, and if they charge forward, we're fine. And they're removing the protection from their archers when they do this, so we could start firing at the archers. So again, I'm going to hold. Hold. Because they haven't engaged me yet. But they still have one more guy left to move, so again, we're going to hold. And I'm letting them come in because I want them to do so. Alright, so they've all moved in. Let's go ahead and make them pay for it. Let's just try and go for a kill. Oh, unfortunately we missed. Okay. This was in case somebody moved forward. We still probably are going to move forward, but we can't really take advantage of it, so we're just going to turn. Alright, so 57, 65, let's go with that. Dead. So we already have guys fleeing. That's perfect. And again, we'll just end turn. Now I'm going to charge forward here. We do want to take this guy out, so that's going to be one of my priorities. So I'm going to move this guy in to do that as well. Because he can step forward and attack, so it doesn't really matter if I step forward. It's going to be more or less the same thing. I'm going to go for his head. Unfortunately, I missed. Alright. We're already tied up, so we're just going to poke the guy in front of us. Yeah. See, this is going pretty well. Okay, poke him. We might be able to get these guys fleeing pretty soon. Trying to think, how do we want to step forward here? The unfortunate thing is I actually have left my back line open here to the archers, and we haven't really tied them up, so maybe a mistake. As a matter of fact, let's just tie them up now so that we haven't made that mistake. A little overly aggressive move, but it'll, I think, pay off. Okay. So we obviously don't want our archers to be too much of a target, because this guy probably still can fire at my back line. I'm not really sure I can do anything to prevent that either, because even moving up, I've got a big hole in my line right here. I could move, like, over here somewhere and kind of stop that kind of firing. You know what? Ah, okay, we're out of range, so you have to move forward to even attack me. Still a possibility he's going to do some serious damage, but let's just focus on attacking this guy. There we go. Now we start to get those guys to retreat. We'll end turn. Alright, so we're going to reload. and fire at their archer. Good. Ow. Alright, well, this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.